Mike forward. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now Drake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
All day, every time.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Fitzgerald hauling it in from Murray. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th, and on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, this one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down and golden goal.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake there to make the grab. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Ty Johnson, rookie 6th-rounder from Maryland. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. 3rd down here. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. First down, Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, 22!
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Devon Kennard just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. That ball complete to Isabella. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Murray now to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Here we go.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line, Devon Kennard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. The pass complete. It's Bird. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On first down, Stafford here. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
40 got 180.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Caught by Jones. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson as the first half is winding down. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Blue 60.
56 is the mark. All day, baby, all day.
Here's Stafford. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Stafford looking in zone for Jones. Buda Baker with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, 50.
Stafford. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Right back to Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Drake. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Touchdown. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's waiting. 56. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. 56.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Pulled in at the 24. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, 39 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chandler Jones. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Throwing on second and long. Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay. A gain there of 21 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On third down, Murray. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Coverage that time by Deontay Thompson. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a second and goal. On second down, here's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's third and goal. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Murray with a third and long. That ball complete to Isabella. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. On fourth down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on third and long. Stafford, he's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stafford throws complete to Galladay. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Now Stafford. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and now it's second down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
To throw again. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Stafford on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And that will be incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run with Drake. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.